Hello, beautiful friends. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. So, today I thought we could do a get ready with me. I have some makeup that I haven't even tried out. It's been sitting up in a bag for the longest time. So, I definitely want to try these products out. And I just brought down some oldies but goodies that's been sitting in my collection for a long time as well. So, yeah, I just want to talk, to you guys. I know a lot's been going on. So, I just want to catch up and yeah, so grab your makeup, come back, and we'll get ready together. So, excuse my hair today. I just was not in the mood to curl it or anything, so it's going to look like a hot mess. But anyway, let's get into chatting. Again, this is just going to be a get ready with me. I just want to sit and talk with you guys. Like I said, a lot's been going on. But let me just show you the stuff that's new that I do want to talk about. The first thing is going to be this Natasha Denona palette. I purchased this right when it came out. I had a coupon over on Ulta or something. You know how you get those points and adds, your money adds up? That's how I got this. Otherwise, I would not have purchased it. And it's the I Need a Warm palette. So I'm super excited to try this out. I got a new blush from Wander Beauty that I want to test out. I got some new mascaras from Hard Candy that they sent over. So yeah, there's just a few things. An Ulta blush that I've had for, I'm not even kidding you, probably 2 months now that I just wanted to try out. So yeah, just some new products. And again, yeah, let's get ready. I just want to chat. So I'm going to use this eye primer. If you've been around for a long time, you know what this is. I get it right on Amazon and it works really well. So if you're looking for a primer that's going to conceal any of your discoloration or veins or anything like that, this is your guy and it's super affordable. Okay, that looks to be blended in pretty good. As you can see how it does, conceal anything, discoloration, all that. And they have different shades. So this one I think matches my skin tone pretty good. And it's number one, a medium, just so a reference. Okay, so yeah, that hurricane. Oh my gosh, Milton, I believe this one was called. There's so many. I am getting, them all kind of discombobulated in my head. I don't even know which one is which, but yes, this one was Milton and yeah, where it was heading, I have a lot of family and friends down there. I'm sure all of you do as well. A lot of our friends here, there's something on my lip here. A lot of our friends here were in the area as well. Now, a lot I know evacuated. My sister ended up evacuating. I was so upset because she wasn't going to. She was going to hunker down and, stay there. And the way that they were projecting, of course, I'm sure you all know this, but the way they were projecting that to hit, I mean, it was going to be catastrophic is what they were saying. And I was just so upset. I'm like, get out of there. So I'm going to be talking and doing my makeup. That's what we're here for. But this is the palette. I'm sure you all have seen it. It really is pretty. I do love her packaging. This one's very close to the I Need a Nude palette. Just the way that it kind of looks, only it's just a little bit more warm. So it's like a clear glass, but there's all these different like layers that are kind of textured, but you can't feel the texture. It's just in there anyway. So this is the palette here. Of course, it comes with her mirror, and that's what it looks like. I'm super excited to try this out. I've been seeing a lot of reviews that they do like this one better than the one that she previously came out with, but I really like that one. I use it quite often. I forget what it's even called. I think it's, I don't even know, you guys. I'm so bad with names, but you know the one previous to this one. Okay, so I think I'm going to start, let's see. I always like starting with a lighter shade. Now her palettes, like the shades, they're just very deceiving. So you'll go into something that looks super light, but it comes out very dark. So I think I'm going to start here and hope for the best. Let's just see. And yeah, so anyway, that was in her path. Now, let me tell you guys something. I really didn't talk about it because at the time, the family just didn't want it out there. Just a lot was going on. Now, my sister Janai, as you know, she does live down in Florida. She's in north of Fort Myers. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's pigmented. So she lives there, and she's been married to Peter. That's her husband for over a decade now, and we're just very close with the family. We went to school with his brothers, and there's five brothers, five boys, and there's five girls. Or no, I'm sorry, four girls, one brother here in my family. So anyway, like all the brothers were always in a class with one of us, so it was just bizarre. So we've known Pete our whole lives. While all of this was being going on, the hurricane heading our way, Pete actually does oh gosh, like repairs and stuff. He works for a company that helps with disasters. So he was up in Carolina helping, those folks up there who are still struggling. I just talked to somebody, she left a comment in one of my videos in Tennessee, and they're still, no food, no water. And yeah, they're still really bad. It's just devastating. I just feel absolutely horrible for them. I can't even imagine going through all of that, being without food and water for so long. I'm sure there's water. I'm sure there's no way, there has to be something. But maybe not, you guys. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff on the news, and I'm sure if any of our friends here are there, I'm sure it's very hard to get on the internet or anything like that. So yeah, just keep them still in your prayers because they're really still suffering. So anyway, Pete was up there trying to help get their electricity on. And his brother, the youngest, the baby brother, who is a year younger than me, had become very sick. He was diagnosed like 2 months ago, I think it was in June, with stomach cancer. He kept saying, going to the doctor saying, I don't feel good. Something's not right. He even had, I want to say it was like hip surgery or knee surgery or something like that, and it went undetected. So that went on. So it just was so quick. He got diagnosed. He became very, very sick. The one brother, his other brother that's probably my age, just a little bit older, he was up still in Michigan. So he was helping him with all of his appointments and everything. I'm just trying to see where I want to go next. Let's head to this shade right here. I have no idea what look I'm going for here, but I'm just going here to try out the formula basically and see, if there's any difference with the other one I just purchased. So he was helping the baby brother with all the appointments. Thank goodness he's here. They have other brothers there too, but the one that's a little older than me has already retired. So, yeah, he just did very well, saved his money, very wisely. And so it's just very fortunate he was able to do that and take him to all of his appointments. Now, the baby brother, he is married. He has two boys, and he was very, very active in the Lake Orion community. He was a coach, a wrestling coach, and anyway, just prior to this storm coming, he passed very suddenly. Like they literally put him on hospice for like I think it was 2 days, and he was gone. So Pete had to come up for the funeral, of course, and Janai was. She had a flight to come. Of course, she was going to come to the funeral, but then all of this started going on, and she was afraid to leave, that she wouldn't be able to get back. It just, I don't know. It didn't make sense, and it made sense. Put it that way. I'm like, well, at least you would be here out of harm's way. You can, go pay your respects for the brother. And I don't know. I don't know. I was just very torn with her decision. I mean, I'm sure she knows best. I think she was very worried. She has two dogs. She had somebody going to watch the dogs, but I can see that part, that's a lot of responsibility on that person. So, yeah, again, I just was very torn on her decision here. So let's go into, I think it's called Vim, and it's this shade right here. Okay, so yes, Pete came home for the funeral, and Janai stayed back, and I'm sure it broke her heart not to come home. But she did what was best, for her and the family, to keep, it. I think she was worried about if it flooded or if they lost power for a long time. They do have a generator, so she could have kept everything, kind of the food and all of that, intact. Again, there's so many different, I'm sure it was a very hard decision. So, uh, yeah, she stayed back, and Pete, I said we went to the funeral, of course, and we got to see Pete. I would guess 300 people came to this funeral. Again, he was just very well known and loved in the community. He coached a lot of kids, so yeah, it was a very, very beautiful turnout of people, and the eulogies were absolutely, just, I don't know, very moving. That touched everyone's hearts, and they were spoken by I went to school. When I was in school, the one was a coach, and he also was the athletic director. And as you all know, or if you've been with me for a long time, you know I was a cheerleader. So I knew him very well. So it was very, I don't know, just weird to see him there, and also one of our teachers. So he said a eulogy. So that's what I'm saying. He was just very, very loved in the community. Okay, so let's go with the shimmer here. There is kickback, just so you know, when I was using that, there's a little bit of kickback, but not crazy. Now, there's one shade in here that just really is so beautiful. It has all these different shifts, and I think it would work really well with what I have on. It's this shade here, and on the monitor here, it looks like it's almost like an orange, but here, if I turn it, there's like an olive, a yellow, like a gold. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's just swatch a few of these. So I'm going to swatch that one, this one, and I think I already swatched that one. Let's try this one and this one here. So this one here is the one with all the different shifts that I'm really thinking about using. But as you can see, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So I may go with that one. There's this shade here, and let's just swatch all those here. So they're very pretty. A lot of these are very close to shades. If you ask me, I'm going to try to see if you guys can see it a little better. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go with this one just because it's just very unique, and because it does have all the different shifts going on. And I think it's going to go best with my eye look. Pete went to the funeral. He was here just very shortly and had to get back to helping the folks down in the Carolinas and all that. So, and he went right back to work, which is probably best. Janai was down in Florida, and we were all just, again, just very upset that she didn't come home. Now she's stuck in Florida. And I mean, they were talking, it was going to be absolutely devastating. Just if you were in the path, they literally said, if you're in the path, you're going to not be here, and so we were all just very upset. Her daughter finally called her and talked some sense into her, and she ended up leaving, going to Miami. Now, she was going to leave like the morning of the storm, and we were like, oh my gosh, I don't think that's smart either. You could get into traffic, be stuck on the road. Anything could happen. And thank God she came to her senses again and left the night before, because the next day, the path that she was driving to Miami, several tornadoes hit right there. So she would have been trapped in her car or God knows what. And, of course, she took both of her two dogs, and she found a place out there. And then Florida, the governor made it mandatory that all hotels, Airbnbs, anywhere, had to accept animals. I don't know what the extent of it. I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna have horses walking around. I don't know, but yeah, it was mandatory, which I thought was great. So anyway, without a fee. And I think I'm going to go right here just for the inner corner. So she finally, she got to her destination, and she was safe. We were just so grateful. So that was that whole situation. Now back to the hurricane itself. If you all were watching, you seen and heard what they were predicting. And You guys, I just, you know, it's times like this that just make you believe in something, a higher power, whatever you want to believe. You have to, because if you, like they were saying, the meteorologist, ignore how I just said that. They had never seen anything like it. So, from what I'm understanding, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that it was coming in, it was coming in a way that it was going to be catastrophic. Right at the last second, so just think of it going like clockwise or whatever way it was coming in, it went the opposite way. So it basically, whatever water was coming in, it kind of was sucking it out or blowing it out. So it really didn't hit as bad as they were predicting. And I mean, as you guys seen, it was supposed to be way worse. Not saying, I'm not trying to downplay it by any means, but compared to what they were saying, they're very fortunate. They're very, very fortunate. And so many prayers were being, prayed that day. I definitely think they were heard. Because yeah, it just was a miracle. Now, all the tornadoes and stuff. Now, where my sister does live, which is like a oh gosh, what are they called? Like a not a senior, but like I don't know, a retirement community. Put it that way, a 55 and older community, and they're mobile homes. So anyway, their place did get hit. Now her place got spared, but the front part of the park was totally just a hot mess. So she had heard that and was just devastated, freaking out that her friends, hoping that they were okay. So yeah, it was crazy. I'm sure, the ones down in Florida, and of course, if you guys have family and friends, it just was a very, very stressful week for me, between poor Pete losing his brother, the funeral, my sister worrying about what's going to happen with her and what is going on here. Yeah, I was stressed to the max. So I really didn't get a chance to film. As you guys know, I really wanted to do that Amazon one. I couldn't get to it. There was just too much in it at the time. Like I mentioned, they just didn't want us really talking too much over social media about it. So I respected their wishes on that. Oh, the wildfires over in Wyoming. I don't even know if you guys know about it, because it's really not getting a lot of coverage. So we have that going on. There's just so much going on in the world. I think we are all very stressed. We have the election coming up. People are losing their minds about that as usual, and it's like there's bigger fish to fry than that. I mean, I know it's very, very important, this election, but there's so many other things that are so much more important right now. And let me just touch on that. I know I said I'll never talk politics on here, and I'm really not. I'm just going to make a statement. But pretty much, you're set in your ways. You know how you're going to vote. You know who you support, blah, blah, blah. So what is the sense of us all getting in an uproar, being mad at your family members, friends, whatever, because you know what? No matter what you say, you're not going to change your mind. Same with, you know, I would never change my mind of my beliefs and stuff like that. So no matter what somebody said to me, I'm not changing my mind. So I just feel like it's a waste of energy, if you ask me. And you know what? If we all thought the same, what a boring world this would be. So, it is what it is, you guys. I just, like I said, I think there's just bigger fish to fry at this point than to be turning on each other and being mad at each other. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I do have some amazing news to tell you guys. I am just so excited. So yeah, we're going to turn to a lighter note, but this is the eye look right now. And I think it's really, really pretty. I love that one that I chose, that one with the shift. So I do feel like I have some tweaks to do once I get off camera here. This eye is a little. Okay, so let's see. I'll tell you my news in just a second. So I'm just deciding where I'm going here. The primer I'm going to use is this here. It's by RMS Beauty. I have showed you guys this on the channel. It's very pricey, but I had got mine for half off on one of Tati's QVC specials or marathons over on. And it's great because it works great as a primer, and it has amazing anti-aging skincare ingredients in there. And what I love about it is, yeah, it's very hydrating. But then when it does dry down, there is like a tack to it. So your makeup kind of grips to it. Think of it, like the e.l.f. one or the hard candy that just has that tack to it. It'll start, being a little sticky, but not too bad. So I really like it. Okay, as I was doing a little bit of adjustments, I forgot to even mention what I used as my liner. This is just called a Music, I think it says Music Flower, a long wear gel eyeliner. I actually found it on Amazon, and I found it when I did my declutter. So yeah, I love using this. It's super long wearing, and yeah, I like using like pot liners. I just find like I have more control with like a really nice like angled pencil brush like this, or my one from a Sigma, like a angled one. So yeah, just so you know. Okay, so the foundation I want to use today is this here by Turtur. I've used it on the channel before. Now this is a new shade. It's 21N Ivory. So I got this for my winter shade, and normally I don't buy a couple shades, but this one I just wanted to because yeah, I like it a lot. Let's see, and I love the packaging. So here, yeah, you got to open it here. I haven't used this in a while, and it comes with a sponge here, but you can also use a brush. So I'm going to show you both ways. And to open this, I think yeah, you just kind of peel this off just like this. There's a mirror, and that is the cushion foundation itself. It's really cool. So, and it's very full coverage. So you got to be careful with that. Okay, so let me do one side with a brush. So I'm just going to use my one by BK Beauty, the 101. So just to show you the difference, and hopefully the shade is okay. So, okay, now that you guys have been here forever, what do you think? It might be just a little bit too light. So let me show you what you can do in this situation. So I have this here. It's by Indeed Beauty. It's their bronzing drop. So I'm just going to place a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to place a few drops around my face here. That's just going to deepen it up. Hopefully I didn't add too much. So okay, so the news that I have. Are you ready for this? Ah, you guys, this has been a dream. Those of you that have been with me forever, this is going to be just as exciting for you as well, because you guys have, I don't know how many times tagged this person in hopes that she would see, or one of their I don't know, marketing people would see, and maybe it paid off. But somebody from Laura Geller reached out to me. I got an email, and at first I was like, okay, it's probably a scam. We got to be very, us creators have to be very careful of what we do, accept, open, all that. There's a lot of sick people out there. They really are. So anyway, they reached out to me really quick. This is fun. It looks like, and again, yeah, I'm like, this ain't, no, something's not right. Yeah, it's a scam. The email was very, you can usually tell by how it comes, who it's from, like their email address. Just FYI, if there's any creators watching this, if it says, let's say, laurageller@gmail.com, it's a scam. It's a, complete scam. Now, if it's a legit, like address, at such and such, that's just not common, it's most likely okay. So anyway, I was reading this and it's just so, such a great opportunity for me. They're going to send over like a kit and I don't even have to post this video. I think they're using it for their personal use, maybe for advertising or something like that. At any rate, I'm just thrilled. I was so excited. So I had to sign a contract and all that. And they're being very generous with me. And I am just, you guys, it's like a foot in the door. And I'm really hoping I can make them proud of whatever I come up with. I might post, the video that I end up doing is just, like a short video. But this is the two sides here, you guys. But isn't that exciting? I don't know. I am just so excited. So this side seemed a little bit too light. So yeah, that shade is a little bit too light for me, unfortunately. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I thought I had picked the right shade. That's the only thing about these, foundations. It's so hard to find your correct shade. Now, I will say, also too, you can use your own sponge and stuff. This is a little difficult to work with. I mean, it takes a lot of time. It just takes a lot of, yeah, it's just a not, brush. You just kind of go over it, and then you can even take your normal sponge and do that. So it just depends. It's a preference of how you would like applying this, but it's, the foundation itself is absolutely beautiful. Okay, for a bronzer, I brought this down. I find this on Amazon. It just kind of looks like the Charlotte Tilbury. So, yeah, and it's really a nice product. So, yeah, it's one of those that you do have to, well, I got to make sure it's open, push up to get the product. And I think I'm almost out. So it blends really nice though. And I've never used the Charlotte Tilbury wand, so I'm not sure how it compares, but all I know is I like it and it blends out beautifully. So, what do you guys think about the Laura Geller? I mean, I can't even tell you how excited I am. I mean, that is like my dream. I always said, okay, if Laura Geller ever reaches out to me, I would literally faint. And honestly, I almost did. I'm not even kidding you. I just couldn't, tell Amanda fast enough. My mom, I'm like, oh my gosh. And yeah, it's just so exciting. I'm super excited to do that. And like I said, maybe it could lead to other opportunities. So as you can see how that just kind of warmed up the complexion. It's not over the top. It just kind of melts into your foundation. This would do the same thing as well. So this is like a little dual purpose situation there. Okay, for powder, I think I'm going to use this one here by Moira. This has like 3 different shades in it, and they also have one that has like blue, green, and I think a pink maybe, and that one just kind of brightens. But this one I'm just going to use this because I haven't used it in a while, and I just want to see if I still really like it. And I'm just going to put a pretty generous a layer because this foundation is just very creamy. It takes a while for it to set down completely. So I love buffing it into my nose because that's where I get the most oily. Okay, and then, oh, you know what I forgot to use? Oh my gosh. This here that's been sitting up in my bag forever. I'm going to still try to see if you can go over this powder. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is just by Ultra Beauty. It's their brand. It just says Too Cheeky on it. It says it's a cream lip and cheek product in the shade Charm. So I don't even know what it is. I just saw it and thought I would try it out. So let's push it up and see what it looks like. So it's very pretty. It's not super pigmented though. So yeah, very, very light. So let's see. Let's try it out. I'm going to place it on my brush directly instead of going onto my cheek only because I have powder. So let's see what this does. Okay. It's very, very light. And I don't even think if I didn't have powder on it that, oh no, it's coming out. This is really pretty. Actually, this would be absolutely beautiful in the summer, for a no makeup look. Yeah, this is very pretty actually. Yeah, I'm not mad at this whatsoever. So let's see what it looks like on the lips. So let's just see. I'll wipe off the top so I don't contaminate it. And yep, I'm just going to wipe that off. Yeah, it works, pretty good. It's a nice balm. Feels hydrating. I don't know if I would like the shade on me, but I'm going to use something else a little bit. But it's very comfortable on the lip. And let me just see if it doesn't feel like it's super emollient or anything like that. It's very pretty. I don't feel like it lifted the foundation or the powder whatsoever. So yeah, that's actually really pretty. It's just very subtle. Very, very nice. Okay, so the new blush that I did get, it's by Wander Beauty, and this is in the shade, and this is new by them, I guess. It's Are We Bare Yet? Now, oh gosh, I guess the CEO of Wander Beauty, she also is the founder of that perfume I absolutely love, that 5 cents. So she's very sweet to me, and I think she was a part of having them send this over to me. So I just adore her. I'll put all of her information in the description box below. Make sure to go follow her over on Instagram. She's just very, very inspirational and beautiful. So okay, so this is one of the shades. They sent me a 4. They have 4 new shades. So this is what it looks like. I thought that this would go pretty good with this look. And they also sent me over this dual-ended brush here. So the one side is angled and this side is just more compact. So I think I'm going to use the angled side just to see. And let's see what this shade is. They did have a peachy one that may have went a little bit, ooh, that's pigmented a little bit better. Okay, so what I did, just wiped off any excess, and now I'm just gonna kind of buff that into the skin just to try to tone this down. So yeah, that buffs in really beautifully. Okay, you guys, so that's basically all that I have that I wanted to talk about, but how are you all doing? I know it, like I said, it's just very stressful times. I think we're all financially just stressed out. I know I am. I'm just really trying to have these garage sales. I would love to sell this house, move down to the kids. But were any of you affected by the hurricanes or the tornadoes? And, are you one of those that didn't have any food or water or electricity but now have it? I would love to hear if you're okay. Please let me know in the descriptions just how you guys and where you're at in all of this, all these storms and everything. I would just love to hear from you because, yeah, I worry about each and every one of you every time this happens because I don't remember, a lot of times exactly where you all are from. I mean, there's a few, that always leave, like from England or your friend from, such and such, such and such. So then I would know where you guys are. But otherwise, I kind of, there's a lot of, friends here and for me to remember where each and every one of you are is very difficult, so I just hope that you're all okay. Okay, so I did forget to turn this on, so I wanted to use this heat eyelash curler again. So you just press it, and when it's green, it's on. So I'm just going to let this heat up. Yeah, write down in the comments how you're doing, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so actually, while that's heating up, let's do a couple steps here. I do want to set my face. I'm going to use my Tur setting spray. This is absolutely wonderful. And actually, it was in that sale, the Amazon Prime Days or something. It's regularly $15, which I think is very reasonable, but it was on sale for $10. It's a very fine mist. Absolutely. I love this. It's super hydrating and it does keep my makeup on pretty much all day. It really sets it really nice. And I even place it under my eyes just to set so I don't get any creasing. So yeah, I did pick up an extra bottle because this one is getting low and I thought for that price, I definitely wanted to pick up another bottle. Okay, again, while that's heating up, let's go back into the palette. And I think for my outer corner, outer corner, oh my gosh. Sometimes I wonder about myself. I think I'm going to use this shade, even though I use this on the outer corner up there. I think I'm going to go a little deeper just to match that eyeliner that I placed on the upper lid. So let's just place that just very lightly on this outer corner. Then I'm going to go into the shade. Oh, I'm debating here. Let's go into, yeah, where we started maybe. Let's start there and see if that does anything. So I'm just going to place a little bit on this pencil brush and just kind of sweep that out. Yeah, I'm glad I did that along the whole lower lash line. And I'm debating if I want to put like a shimmer. Let's go into that really cool shade that I have here on the lid. And let's put that in the inner corner and just see what that does. I'm just going to be very, very light about it though. Yeah, not that light. So grab a little bit. I love the shift. So yeah, I can really see it on this lower lash line or inner corner. There's like all different sorts of shifts going on. There's almost like a pink, yellow, orange, yeah, green. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so this should be pretty warmed up now. So let's see. And you know, it's just a little bit bulky. So I always feel like, am I close enough to the lash line? But I think I am. And you don't have to keep it on here long. And the nice thing about this, it actually feels very comfortable and soothing against the eye. I was so afraid that it was going to be super hot and I could burn myself, but no, it's just very soothing. It does such a nice job of curling the lashes. Okay, so this was sent to me by Hard Candy. It's their new mascara. So this one's actually a primer here, and it's called Get a Grip Lash Primer and Make It Double. And this is their mascara. So it's supposed to just really lengthen and create volume. So it's like 15 times the volume. So we will see. Now this one I can't tell if it's going to be white or clear. So, ooh, it's almost like, I don't know, it's not white. Maybe blue? Now, the only problem with that is it's hard to tell if I'm even getting product on. So I'm really just making sure it's on the bristles. But I do love the brush. It's just very interesting here. It almost has like an hourglass shape. So let's see again. Let's go in. And it really grips the lashes beautifully though. I can tell that. And I feel like they are coating, oh, I just put my eye, coating all of them really good. But as you can see, it's just very difficult to tell if it's on the lashes. Okay, placed that on both of the lashes or both eyes. And let's go into this Make It a Double and see what this is all about. This is the one on this one too. So it does have like an angle to it. So that's really, I think, a nice feature. And this is the brush itself. Very unique, both of these brushes. So this side should be pretty much dry with that primer. And yeah, this really grips onto the lashes. Ooh, yeah, it really creates some length and volume without a lot of effort with that primer. So far, so good. I will let you guys know either here in the comments if it flaked, smeared, any of that. Yeah, but as of right now, it really does a nice job creating what it says it's supposed to do. Okay, so I am not 100% sold on this primer here. You know, I would be really interested to see how this mascara performs without the primer because I just feel like it didn't make a huge difference, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I just had a hard time seeing it when I placed it on the lashes. And again, I felt like this did grip the lashes pretty good, but I think it would grip it even, you know, grip the lashes even without it. So again, you know, I'm just not 100% sold on that, but I do love this mascara so far. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to use this, and this is by Maybelline. It's their Lift eyeliner, lip liner. Oh, you guys, by the end of my videos, it's just, I'm a hot mess. Anyway, so this is the liner here. I've been really loving this. It is super, super creamy. I found mine on Amazon. They're very long wearing. I find myself using this as actually the full lipstick because it's so creamy. Glides all over the lip. Now I just lined it, so a little bit did break off, but or I did sharpen it. Anywho, super pretty. Absolutely, I love these. I should get it every shade. And then I'm going to use the lifter gloss, and this is in the shade Copper. So yeah, I've had this for a while. I love it, and I thought it would go really well with this eye look. So let's see how right I was. And the only thing with this is it could come out really aggressive and be goopy, but it doesn't feel goopy. So just, yeah, it's kind of like a little harder of an application, but it's super pretty and very comfortable. Yeah, I think that goes really well. Okay, you guys, a moment of truth. Let's see what this looks like with this ungodly hairdo I have going on today. So yeah, other than this foundation being way too light for me, I think I could be wrong, but let me know what you guys think in the comments if I should go a little deeper of a shade or, you know, what you think. But this is the look here. I love that shimmer there. The palette itself is worth it just for that shimmer. I think the other one that I have is more everyday for me personally. This I feel is just more a glam, but you know, I think this makes it glam. So I don't know. I think it's just a preference. Am I glad that I have both? Of course, because I feel like, you know, this is just needed in my collection. I pretty much have all of her palettes now. And that, yeah, the blush is absolutely beautiful. Super, super pigmented. I love the brush that they sent with it. The mascara, like I said, I feel like I'm going to really like it. So, and I'll let you guys know how it performs throughout the day. And again, let me know how you guys are doing. You know, I am just, our prayers, you know, was answered for Milton because that, I mean, what they were saying, the only thing I can say, it was a miracle from God, the way it turned and the way, yeah, it could have been so much worse. But let me know how you guys are doing. I absolutely would love to know that you're all okay. You know, help me. It helps me be able to sleep at night because if you're not okay, you know, I just feel I need to say some prayers for you. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed sitting down with me and chatting. I truly appreciate you being here. We're almost at 8,000. So, you know, my goal for the end of the year was to be at 10. I don't think that's going to happen, but that was my goal. So hopefully we can get to even 8,000. So please like and share this video. Anything, you know, when you do comments, emojis, anything, that really helps push this video out. So, and I would really appreciate it. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see you again. I love you so much. And until next time.